Hey, remember one of those first shows we did, and we went over to my friend Crash's studio? Well, he came over to my studio now. Welcome, Crash.
What's up, my man?
And Crash, thanks for coming by, and thanks for bringing you. Or tell me about this guy. And
Yeah.
this is the
Essens.
guy.
Essens.
Essence. And Uncle Funky here.
Nice to meet you. Uncle
Welcome to Kauai. And how long have you been here?
I've been here for about a good 9 months now.
Oh,
I'm loving it here.
well, welcome.
Thank you.
How did you two guys meet?
I actually met him at a youth center in A.k.a. and he was promoting his music because he's an MC, as I spoke to you about.
Oh.
And when I heard him, I told him, oh, you know, I do music too. And we went in the car and listened to some of his music, and I was kind of impressed by what I heard. So I told him that I did music, and we kind of went from there. And he told me about his story and where he had come from. And
What's your story?
Well, you know, I grew up in East Oakland, California. You know, juvenile hall was it was another home to me.
Yeah.
You know, growing up and selling drugs and robbing people and stealing from people and different stuff like that.
I told you nothing but the finest on our show, right?
You know, my mom and dad, they smoke crack. I share it with people. I don't really,
Got
you know
it.
what I mean? It's just a testimony to build people up, you know, to see that I came from all that.
You can get through
and
to
to get,
people.
you know, so, I mean, I came through all those different things
tell
in
him
life.
about your mom as far as...
Oh, yeah, my mom, she was shot 6 times in the stomach, in her abdomen when I was inside of her stomach, you know, so by her own uncle. He was in Vietnam, and he had flashbacks, and back then you can lock the key from inside the house, and he locked my family in. We went in the room and came out and shot my mom 6 times, shot my cousin in the head, shot my grandmother in the shoulder. And but you know, my mom, she was in a coma for a while, but she still gave birth to me.
Wow.
And I was just to show why I do this today. You know, people don't understand. They look at me just like I'm like I don't got a reason that I'm doing this. You know, I'm just another individual just like anybody else. I'm no better than nobody else. I don't have more than nobody else. What I have to offer is just what somebody else have to offer. We all can offer. If we knit together, we can change. We can make a big change in the world.
Here.
You know, understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I've been all through all those things to come to Hawaii, my life play out like that, to be sitting right here for a reason, you know, to share my 2 songs that I have with you for a reason. A lot of people probably take it lightly, but it has a strong message to you. Me and Crash would have never met if it wasn't God put him in my life for a reason. I feel like he did, because I really didn't like police officers.
Right.
You know, if your cousin get shot by a police officer on broad TV, and they showing it on the most local news in California, and they doing marches and they doing riots against that, and you don't have and this guy doesn't get no justice, the police officer gets out, you wouldn't really like the police officer at all.
Did you had that intense feeling when you met Crash?
Yeah, I had that in my. He could probably see it, but me as a he didn't tell me that right off the bat. But me as a
did you kind of expect that? I mean, you must expect.
Well,
that.
this is the thing. I mean, I'm from the inner city. I'm from Chicago, so I've had my own personal experiences, and I'm the type of person that believes the only way you can change something is to not stand on the outside and complain about it. You got to go inside and change it and make something positive. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So I've been fortunate enough when I was growing up to have positive police officers in my life, which made me think, oh, this is something that I can do. You know, I don't know if I ever told you this. I remember I was working in LA, and I was rhyming, I was freestyling somewhere, and I had this kid walk up to me. I was in uniform, as a matter of fact, and this kid walked up to me. He was like, you know what, I always wanted to be a police officer, but I didn't know that I could rap and do this at the same time. Out of everything that I've done in my career, that sticks out the most in me, that I had that type of impact on that young man.
Cool.
You know, so, and we all have a job to do, you know, and I look at it as we're all trying to make a positive change anyway.
What gave you the idea to come to Kauai?
Well, I met a girl, and
It's always the way.
I met this beautiful young lady, and just a good opportunity. Came out here to visit her. I've been knowing her for several years. You know, I came out here to visit her, and we just hit it off, and we had a kid. And she already had a kid. I mean, so I fathered that.
Okay, cool.
That kid,
Cool.
you know. So I mean, it's a beautiful thing, you know.
So, the plot thickens. You have a young family here.
Yeah, I
Are
got
you
a family.
still with this girl?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, most
Cool.
definitely.
Cool for you and your family.
Thank you.
One of the things that drew me to this guy, aside from the music, you know, we would sit and have conversations, and you know, he would tell me how he wants to talk to the youth. You know, he's very conscientious of the suicide problem here, the drunk driving, the alcoholism, all this type of stuff. And to hear somebody his age come with that mindset, I was like, okay, this is somebody I need to work with.
That's real cool.
You know, he's talked about going to schools, different high schools, and spreading his message to say, you know, this is what's going on in the Bay Area or in the mainland.
Well,
you don't have to go through that.
If you ever need my help doing any of that stuff, carte blanche, man.
They need some inspiration and some hope, and that's what I dedicate my music and I dedicate my life to.
Right on, right on.
And I don't want to overlook, it's just symbolic. I just happen to realize right now, as we're here, that today is the 10th anniversary of 9/11.
Thank you for bringing that up. No, Giada told me about that earlier. She was going to bring up this 9/11 thing, and like, I for sure. A moment of silence to all those people of service and regular working people that lost their lives at 9/11.
9/11, yeah, definitely.
Switch it up.
As I take another journey just to lose myself in music, M said I had to do it just to capture my amusement. I could never let it go. It brings sizzling to my soul just to write another line. It's like to hit your favorite note. Sometimes the music slow just to illuminate the flow. That's the beauty of it when your character is shown, and nobody has to like it. When you fall in love with writing, you can write about the sky and it can be your favorite song. I love being an artist. I swear I'm just an artist. After listening to my songs, I fall back and think about it. What if I really made it? Will it grieve with smiley faces? Because my music got my future segregated. Being humble, keep me patient, and patience is a virtue. Now I found in music that I would never hurt you. Nutrition for success is like I cheated for some sex. We never make $1, you can never be my ex. Music's in my heart, it chose us from the start. We got this grimy vibe, she like Bonnie, then I'm Clyde. So for sure we ride, we get closer through the pen. I write my deepest thoughts, her melody is through the beat. Every snare, every kick is like my fingers through her hair a little bit. She take me to the point of ecstasy. If I never made me famous, you still would be my lady. Music, you're my everything, my beautiful creation. Hey, you're my beautiful creation. You're my beautiful creation. Sensation, motivation, inspiration. This how we do it. I just lose myself in music.
A two-we nation.
Hey.
Yeah, a two-we nation.
And there we go.
Well, I think I'll get your picture again.
Yeah.
I'm sitting over by the window frame. I'm framing your discussion with a little concussion. You said some things that I think I understand. You might be the kind of man who would tell me a message that I eventually got, maybe not. So would you say it again?
Yeah. Music takes me higher.
And
Oh my
higher,
God. Lights my world on fire.
on fire,
Oh gosh. Our love won't retire.
no tire.
Nah. Music, you're my everything. I'm handing you a wedding ring. I want you to marry me. Yeah. Okay. Nah, not you.
Thanks.
But the music, I do.
Good job.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah. What is life if you never took a moment to live? A good smile never killed any one of us here. Yeah. What is life if you never took that moment to live? A good smile never killed any one of us here. Falling tears from a broken heart, drowning in pain. Gloomy days block out all the sunshine in his rays. In all of his rays. One more time, I'ma spit that rhyme that just leave in your mind. We can
Spit
do
it
it like
away.
one at a time and give it to him at the drop
it to
of a
him
dime. I'm
twice.
gonna shine like hell of a
That's
time. You
nice.
want it right now? Well, I'ma give it to you right
Give
now.
it to me now. I can take it. Give it to me then. Don't flick it.
I won't
Just
flake it.
give it to me now.
I won't won't flake it like Tony. I'ma give it to you one and only. The truest one, I just spit it, leave them black and blue. When I'm on these lyrics, spitting it, rising your spirit. I know I did it, and I can do it again. You know I'm in it to win. Just on my pen when it right again. It's about to spin around you like brown. So you can give it right now, and I'ma give it right now. Me and UNKO FUNKI.
Just scratching my back. Here in the shack. Go, 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 UNKO FUNKI, go, UNKO FUNKI, go, UNKO FUNKI, go. Go, UNKO FUNKI, go, UNKO FUNKI, go, UNKO FUNKI, go.
And when he goes, I'ma goes, and I'ma spit those flows that just off in your nose. You won't whine, but then I'll pose, and I'ma give it back to you, boom, boom, mo. And I even up the skull, and I'ma run up the skull.
You guys, you heard of that thing, the rule of one? This is a cool rule. You hear about that thing? It only takes one positive person to start making things better.
That's true.
It's powerful, man.
Yeah,
That's true.
So we're gonna leave you today with this: the rule of one. The rule of one, guys. One person makes a huge difference. Go do something like these guys did and meet each other, whatever.
You know, a nation can't prosper if it only focuses on the prosperous. And Harry Gray said, no one ever achieved greatness by playing it safe. So there's a price to pay. I was born to lead, so time to roll up my sleeves. Take them to the promised land, I'm the fruit on the tree. Take a piece of me, so everywhere that you go, you feed them hope, soul food, letting it flow. I know the world press us till we under the weather. I give the 4 letters, hope, love's making it better. Let's come in it together, but change the man in the mirror to make the world better. It's the real heavenly treasure, my present for the world. They were meant for the swan to come and clean it up, so there ain't no doubt in my mind. I was born for this, just look how I came in. My mom was shot in the abdomen when I was in her stomach. 4 months, but still fighting for you against the odds, so I could bring this message to you. You're the cream of the crop on the clock, so let your heart talk, people, cause you was born for greatness. Yeah, 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 you was born for greatness. We were born to do great things. Hey, hey world, we was born for greatness. Let's pick up where we left off, cause if our heart's talking, we can give them more than a lot. Love is non-stop, there's nothing better than love. We the rollers, so you know we giving more than a dozen. Through the concrete, aiming straight for the needy. Shame the greedy for trying to starve all of the needy. We need a world full of more thoroughbred winners, ain't nobody losing. We all see the same vision, if we give a little more, we can close the distance. The proof is in the pudding, so it's time to pay attention. Hey, was you listening? The proof is in the pudding, so it's time to pay attention. Put a